Hey yo, E-King Fight News. What is this headline? Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury ordered to agree to a heavyweight rematch. Well, this must be coming from the WBC. And, well, that explains a little something. E-King Fight News, got more on this. Alright. Now, I've been getting some funny comments that was hinting at some kind of, these two guys are being ordered to fight. And I know there was already a blessing or an endorsement by the WBC that they would completely be okay with a rematch going down, basically, in order to, make it clear that Deontay Wilder did not have to fight the mandatory in place, which was Dominic Brazil, right? So this guy, Dominic Brazil, being pushed to the side, once again, right? And, it just goes to show, depending on the situation, the WBC really enforces their mandatory at their own discretion. And there's no formula, there's no rhyme or reason how they decide to enforce their mandatory. Every circumstance is actually quite flexible, if you know what I mean. Like it's basically boils down to the bottom dollar at the end of the day, the bottom line. But let's check this article out. E-King Fight News, man. Alright, so according to this, Deontay Wilder must negotiate an immediate rematch with Tyson Fury. WBC champion Deontay Wilder has been ordered to agree to a deal with Tyson Fury for a heavyweight rematch. The American retained his WBC belt after a split draw. It's not a split decision draw. It's a split draw with Fury in December. And the WBC has informed both fighters that they must finalize a second fight or go to a purse bid with a 60-40 split in Wilder's favor. Alright, so here's a statement from the WBC regarding the order. Consistent with the WBC Board of Governors voting regarding the direct rematch between WBC champion Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, the WBC is hereby notifying both camps that the free negotiation period is opened. And if there's no agreement between the parties, a purse bid will be conducted by the WBC on Tuesday, February 5th. The WBC has modified the 70-30 split and has confirmed a 60-40 split in favor of champion Wilder, considering the market value of Fury. Wow. So they went against their own rules and they said, considering the market value of Tyson Fury, they believe that if it goes to a purse bid, they will split the purse 60-40 in Wilder's favor. So it seems like Anthony Joshua will kind of be left out in the cold, so to speak. Alright, so when it comes down to Eddie Hearn, he's been trying to entice Tyson Fury. He's been trying to, change this whole outcome and try and get one of these guys to fight Anthony Joshua. Right? That's his narrative in the media. Is, the priority is Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury for Wembley. Right? Now, whether you believe him or not is a whole nother thing. That's what he's been saying in the media. But my whole thing is this. These guys are at the apex of the division, much like AJ is. And at the end of the day, it's about time that one of these guys get a fair offer for a fair split. You know? Tyson Fury beat Klitschko, but he can't get the same deal Klitschko got. Deontay Wilder had a draw with Tyson Fury, beat Luis Ortiz, but he can't get the same deal Klitschko got. That's at the end of the day, that's the double standard when it comes to Eddie Hearn. At the end of the day, that's the double standard when it comes to Eddie Hearn. I mean, Klitschko, who's the manager? Shelly Finkel. So he can make a fight with Shelly Finkel when it comes to Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua. But he can't make a fight with Deontay Wilder when it comes to Shelly Finkel? When it comes to Deontay Wilder? If you know what I mean, right? It's not Eddie Hearn's first time around the rodeo and shit, you know? He knows how to make a fight happen. He's said that several times. But when it comes to Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury, he seems to like to stall out, you know, to try and to really try and ensure that they get the best deal for themselves, which in a way, is he supposed to do that? I guess. But, you know, he's losing sight of the fact that when it comes to Deontay Wilder, the fight would lose out on a massive amount of revenue if it's not in the U.S., right? It would lose out on a massive amount of revenue if it's not in the U.S., point blank and period. So, I mean, that's one part of the equation that I think relates to what's going on. I mean, Eddie Hearn's been he's been very all over the place when it comes to the idea of one of these fights being on Showtime, being on DAZN, you know. And networks, at the end of the day, it's not going to work out where, say, an HBO and a Showtime can work together and do a dual broadcast. But a DAZN and a Showtime cannot have that same agreement unless they're both doing pay-per-view. Unless you have to cut the subscribers of DAZN completely off and do a dual pay-per-view. Is that doable for a Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua? These are the things that either need to come to light or need to be talked about. Because there's a whole lot standing in the way of this fight, and that's just one of the aspects, right? You know, they can't even get over the money, let alone all that extra shit. So, I mean, end of the day, who do you trust? Are you going to trust your career in the hands of Eddie Hearn fighting in the UK? And we've seen how they do in the UK. We've already seen it. You need to get a knockout to win, point blank, period. You need to get a knockout to win. And, you know, in the same breath, was Tyson Fury ahead on points against Deontay Wilder? I mean, shit. He absolutely was. But when it came down to the 9th and the 12th, the fight evened out. It evened out, or it became so close that the judges felt like they couldn't give it to Tyson Fury. Point blank, period. So for now, it's King Fight News. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. More boxing updates in the heavyweight division. Y'all know what to do. Subscribe if you haven't already.
¿Ya se acabó? ¿Cómo va a ser? No, no es cierto, no. ¿Por qué la para? ¿Qué le pasa? No. Tiro sin.
Nada.
Nada. No, muerte.